Hey guys, it's me, and today I'm going to pretty much just dive into the video. As you know, I moved to Orange County, and my relationship is over, and I quit stripping at 11. So I don't know which one I want to go into first, but let's just go with quitting. So I don't really know how to say this, and I don't really want to throw shade at anyone, anybody's company, anybody's feelings, anybody's family, anything. But like, obviously being my cat's, or my roommate's cats is sitting here, so if you hear any noise, that's why. I don't want to throw shade at anyone, but like, as people that have followed me for the past year, you probably have a lot of questions if you watch my vlogs at all. And I feel like, obviously, like, I can't really pretend anymore that there was nothing that happened. And so I want to just give you all of the rundown. So I'm going to start with quitting. So I worked at 11 for 2.5, 3 years now. And I pretty much left everything in my locker and never went back. And the reasons were that I just didn't feel like the amount of work that I put into working there and the crazy hours were worth the money that I was making. And I know there are so many beautiful girls that work there, and the opportunities you have, the opportunities to meet celebrities, the opportunities you just pretty much get from working at a place like that is like, you never really know who's gonna walk into the door, so you make your own luck. And I have crippling anxiety. I am not able to talk to people like other women can, or other strippers, I guess, can, and that pretty much fucked me up. And that's why I'm never going to be able to like strip again. I wasn't cool with the way people would touch me there or talk to me, and that's just Miami. There was really nothing else that was about, like, there's no reason why that had to do with the company. In the end, it was not for me. And the people that I met while working there were not the greatest, and customers included. I just knew it wasn't for me. I got really close to a lot of people that worked there and that were customers, and in the end, it really didn't work well for me. When I first started working there, I was not the same person that I am now. I changed in the ways of, I do not do drugs, I do not really drink, I didn't really have a clear vision when I moved to Miami. And I'm sorry that I'm talking so slow. I'm really just going to talk off my head. I didn't have a clear vision for my life when I moved to Miami. I was actually getting out of a really bad relationship, and I ended up pretty much running away there. And it was not planned out, and it was really expensive. And so I pretty much felt forced into dancing when I knew I should have quit. And I knew it wasn't for me a long time ago, and every day it just felt like it was getting worse and worse and worse. And I just don't think it's for me anymore. If I end up doing anything related to like dancing again, I think I will also keep it private, because while I started doing YouTube, people from 11, or where the club I worked at, started watching my videos, and I felt like uncomfortable about that, which is fine, because like, that's the decision I made, to have a public video vlog about my life. But it just got overwhelming because everyone knew everything about me. Not everyone, like I'm not popular or anything, and I'm not trying to make it sound like that, but people that I didn't like knew all of my business. and that didn't really sit well with me. And I got better opportunities here. And that's gonna pretty much take me to why me and my ex broke up. And I feel horrible saying all this, but like, it's obviously something that, since I had a public relationship, I feel the respect that I have to say something, but I'm going to say the bare minimum to respect everyone involved. And I also feel really bad because I don't want any other people that I will possibly date watching this and think that I will bash them on the internet, because that's not the case. Because no matter what, like, I'm never gonna talk bad about my friends or my family on the internet, or people that were friends or family, unless someone comes for me. But even then, I might not. But like, this is what happened, and I feel like this is the most I can say. So when him and I met, I was at a really weird point in my life. I was really into not behaving, and I had no goals. I was really complacent with dancing, and I don't think that I really put my best foot forward when meeting my ex. And I got into a relationship really quickly because I had a lot of outside factors that were bad. Like, I didn't have a relationship with my family, which I now do. I didn't have my really good friends, which I do now because they live here. And I was partying way too much. And that made me miss some of the red flags in compatibility that I definitely should have looked at. We also moved in way too quick because I had a situation where my roommate and I had a falling out, and it just wasn't possible. Like, we weren't gonna be able to live together. And so I knew I didn't want to sign another lease by myself, and I also knew that I didn't want to live in Miami forever. So like, it kind of worked out in a way good. Everything was really good for the beginning, and then there were some things that happened that I feel like were a little bit out of my control. They weren't good. And I can't really get into what happened, but they just weren't good, and I harbored a lot of resentment, as you guys could probably see if you followed me for a little while. Things just started to not feel right, and a lot of people had their opinions on it, including my friends, his parents, and I started to like mentally and emotionally grow apart from the relationship during the end. And with me like starting to do modeling and getting like my first real shoot, and then after that it was pretty much, I didn't think that we were going to be compatible together, but I was still forcing it. Like, I still wanted to be together. I still tried my best. And it just started to get to a point to where he would want me to do certain things that I just didn't want to do. And we spent way too much time together. And I just harbored a lot of resentment for some things that happened in the middle of our relationship, and I couldn't really grow out of that. And it just had to end. And I felt really bad because we both have a lot of love for each other, but I know in my heart and in my soul that's not the person that I was meant to be with. And I forced it for way too long, and it bit me in the ass. And I didn't really feel like I was getting what I deserved, and that was it. And I feel just like really horrible that I had to make this video and talk about it, but I've been getting a lot of questions, and I feel like there were some answers that needed to be discussed. And I don't know if I'm going to really, in regards to like me meeting someone else, like there was no cheating, nothing like that involved, but I just think that like I have a better idea of who I want now, and it was a learning experience, and I'm blessed to have had that experience, and I know what I'm gonna look for now, and I know the type of person that I have to be to get the person that I want, and I'm not that person yet. So like there's a lot of growing that I need to do personally, and I don't think we would ever revisit the relationship again. And like in the past 2 weeks, with me moving here to LA or Orange County and him staying there, we got into a lot of arguments about belongings and him not really being fair in my eyes, and I didn't like that. And so I feel like in general it's just better that we never talk again. And also I feel like his mom ended up bringing up to him that she watched my videos, YouTube videos, and she didn't think a lot of them were appropriate, and which is fucking true. And he kind of came at me a little weird about it, and I didn't really like that. And I'm not about to have some fucking 50, 60-year-old woman tell me or her boyfriend or her son how to live his life. So I was out. Like, she was a kind lady, probably has the best intentions for her son, but I felt really judged by their family, and I just knew it was a waste of time at that point, because she pretty much watched my videos, her fucking friends watched my videos, and I bet they were totally roasting me. Hi, if you're watching this, hi. And I just didn't think that that's fair. And to bring that all in, that taught me a hard lesson, because I know that I need to be with someone that has a really liberal-minded family, and someone that's not going to be upset when their kid's girlfriend, fiance, wife is pretty much naked all over the internet and naked in fucking magazines and just talks a ton of shit. So it's like, that's not really something many men are going to be open to. So the likelihood of me meeting someone else and it actually working out is slim to none until I pretty much do something else with my life. And it is what it is. And I think my ex felt really taken advantage of, and that hurts me personally. But I really did harbor a lot of resentment, and that clouded my judgment. And there was just a lot of things that, like, obviously I can't say because I'm not going to say anything bad about him, but it just didn't work. And I don't know. I still care, like, but I just think that it's better that chapter is over and I move on to someone that is more suited to me and more understanding and has a family that is a little bit more welcoming. I moved here to pretty much figure out my life and be close to my family because my mom and I reconnected and everything's great. I am really happy about that. And in the end, like, I have a lot of family that I've lost track of time with, and I didn't really know that. I didn't ever feel like, I'm sorry, this video is such shit. I didn't really feel like anything would ever happen to anyone. Everyone would stay the same. Everything would always be perfect. But that's not the case with my family. And I needed to move back closer to home because I want to be, if you want to change the world, you need to go home and love your family. And my relationship wasn't worth me staying in Miami a day longer. It turned into a living nightmare, and every day I had no idea what I was going to get. It was like Groundhog Day, but Nightmare Edition. And I was like, wow, like I have family that is not going to be around forever, and I'm wasting all of this time and energy on someone who I don't think is the right person for me. And that made the decision a lot easier, because it's really hard for me to move places, and I'm never going to leave Orange County or LA unless work or I meet someone that I know is the one. And even then, like, I don't even think I could give this up. And so I think that's pretty much all of the video. I'm sorry to all my sponsorships that I haven't done yet. Like, they're all, after all of this ugly mess that's happened, I needed a long time, 3 weeks, a month, until I could really post again, because I didn't know exactly how to really break everything up into how to really say it. And so this was the easiest way for me to really express what went on in a healthy way. And I'm really sorry if anyone was offended. This was not my goal. With me having a public relationship and a public job, I had to pretty much say what happened. So I love you guys. I'm out.